Hi, I'm Jesse Hilbert.
Hi, I'm Charlie Herbert.
And welcome
to Arachnid
Adventures.
Season 4, Episode 9, the
three-angled arachnid. The three-angled arachnid. Now, Charlie, today's arthropod can be found in the corner of your house, maybe in your garage, and its abdomen is adorned with a pretty popular geometric shape. And we always ask,
can you guess what it is?
Today's episode brings us to the world of the triangulate cobweb spider, which honestly is a pretty cool name, right, Char? Their scientific name, Stetoda trianguloso. Right? That's a good one.
At least you didn't get that one.
Stetoda trianguloso. You want to try it?
I can't.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's in Spanish.
Now, nope. So the genus that Stetoda comes from Greek, and it means fat or tallow.
Oh.
Now, I'm going to agree with the author Dan Nelson from his article about these spiders when he says, and I quote, they actually should have used the word for fat or rotund since they were referring to the large abdomen, end quote. So the word fat that they used here is like the fat that you would find or cook with, like tallow, fat from beef and stuff like that. They meant fat as in like a round abdomen because the spider has a pretty robust abdomen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love these little anecdotal facts about science, and this one really cracked us up. What'd you want to say, Char?
We have a castle in our backyard, and there's just a big fat egg just sitting there.
Yeah, that egg never hatched. That was from a grass spider that never hatched. It was very sad. I did love that spider. She was beautiful.
Maybe it's just her home.
Yeah, I do miss her.
That baby is.
Now, Charlie.
She has to hide.
You know, and then the species name, triangulosa, Wingardium Leviosa, triangulosa, is pretty simple to decipher. It comes from two words, Greek meaning
fat,
three, and the other one from Latin meaning angle.
Fat.
And Charlie, you're a first grader. What shape has three angles in it? And sounds like the word triangulosa. Triangle, right? And the word triangle will become more important as we get to it. But their name literally translates to fat triangle, and that's kind of interesting.
Well, maybe you see fat triangle.
You want to try?
Name of fat chicken.
I don't know.
Fat chicken.
Okay. These
are often called house
spiders. You okay today?
Springies.
Oh, spiders.
People because they are so often found in your house, but you need not fear. They are not harmful.
Right, so spiders in general,
unless
almost all spiders are venomous. Not all, but most. But
yeah, do you want to know
most are not medically significant, right? And this one is definitely
There's
not.
a spider, and I saw it, and he had a baby. No. Wait, what? She had a baby on the pool tutor, and there was
oh, yes, in the summertime, there's way more than that. You found a mama wolf spider. Now, mama wolf spiders are interesting because they take care of their young, and their young ride on their head, on their cephalothorax and abdomen for a while. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, Charlie, these do have a remarkable, beautiful body, and
it's a beautiful body.
Everyone, you are beautiful. Yes. Now, I think most spiders are generally pretty beautiful creatures, right?
Yeah. I think every animal's cute.
They are. And although sometimes the males oftentimes are sexually dimorphic and they pale in comparison because they're often shriveled little raisins compared to the grape of the female. I'm not a big fan of raisins. So, Our feature spider is not huge, but a pretty good size, about 1/4 of an inch in length. Not bad for a little house spider, but she will appear even larger when you add her legs into the mix. And as spiders do, she has 2 body parts, the cephalothorax abdomen. That's a little trick to remember. And the cephalothorax is where you find her eyes and legs, and then her abdomen is where you find her spinneret and the iconic body markings. Her whole body is kind of a mottled reddish-brown color, which I don't think is something you see tons of like this. It's got a very unique color that I like. And this reddish-brown color is matched with the cream color. The exact mottledness differs with each spider, some showing more cream color than others. Their legs are lighter in color overall, and the darker color comes into the legs with making like little bands. Their abdomen, do you want to try?
Their abdomen will
also
be found with
triangular
shaped marks that help give this spider its scientific and common name. I would say that it is definitely worth checking her out.
Right, they're beautiful.
When you think of spiders, you probably think of webs, but imagine that you probably
picture
the web of
an
orb
weaver. Orb weaver are those iconic. You got the sniffles today, huh? Yeah, orb weaver, those big, huge, round webs that we see a lot in our yard. We have the orchard orb weaver a lot. We have a bunch of them, and they're huge, and they're pretty much, if you ask somebody to draw a web, they would draw an orb web.
I don't think I can draw a web. I think it's like this. So you do like 5 legs.
Yep.
Then you do like a hexagon and a hexagon.
So then you follow around the web. That's an orb web, Charlie. Exactly. And our featured arachnid does make a web, but it's not the flashy orb weaver web that we think of.
Spiders' webs are different. They can be like a circle. They can be like a triangle.
Yeah, this one's kind of a hot mess, we'll call it. So you want to keep going?
You see things,
This spider belongs to a family called Theridiidae. Which
are often called cobweb.
No, you're right, cobweb. Comb-footed spiders. So, the cobweb is like the hot mess of the spider world. Their webs tend to be irregular, sticky. And if I asked you to picture a web down in a cellar, an unfinished basement somewhere, you're probably picturing a cobweb spider. Now, you don't get the precise lines, and it's more of a tangled mess than anything else. And you probably unjustly fear some members of this family, mainly the widows, the black widow, the brown widow, because yes, their venom is medically significant, but they also are not creatures that are going out of their way to bite you.
I think that squirrels can follow their, like, they can smell their own footprints, and then when they walk to somewhere else and they put their food in the ground, they can walk back, and then they don't have to worry where their food is because they can smell their.
I love the way your brain works. That's a total tangent, and that's how my brain works. Squirrels are fascinating. So, yes, every living thing should be treated with kindness, especially if it does have medically significant venom.
If you step at it, but I don't think you should.
And while our triangulate cobweb spider is also venomous, as a lot of spiders are, their venom is not known to be of any danger to us. Their other family name, the comb-footed spider, comes from the curved hairs around their legs. These are used to help with the webbing up of their prey that has unfortunately made its way into their messy, tangled webs.
Ooh.
Now, they're not picky eaters, Charlie, and they will ensnare whatever comes into their path. And from a few sources, I even read that they even are known to feed upon the brown recluse, thought by many to be a very dangerous spider that has some serious significant venom. And I did find suggestion from an article written in the LSU Ag Center by Chris Carlton, Forrest Huval, and T.E. Reagan, and I quote, "Males search for females in the female's web, presumably using chemical cues at a distance and tactile cues prior to mating." So that's how we get into a little bit of the mating. I didn't really give a segue there. That was a little of bad scripting on my part. Now, most sources seem to agree that the egg sacs found in the tangled webs are oftentimes we'll see many eggs. That's kind of cool, right? And she can have up to like 30 eggs or so in each one, and they're covered in a silken ball. Now, do you remember the grass web spider we talked about in the back that you said you brought up in the castle? It's kind of covered in that white silk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one kind of does the same thing, and they're about the size of the spider, if not a little bit bigger. Now, this spider, while beautiful, is not native, which means it's not from here, Charlie. Did you know that? I didn't know that. And it is native to Europe. And like a lot of non-native things, Charlie, they've done pretty well here because they've adapted to survive, and specifically in your house. And, well, we don't really destroy a lot of cobwebs or spider webs in this house. We kind of embrace these spiders here. We have a cellar spider living probably somewhere, if not multiple spots along our house. Although I've never seen one of these triangulates, although I'm going to be on the lookout. Because I kind of want one. They're pretty, right? So the next time you find a cobweb in your house, take a closer look. See what spider's inside. We would love to see it. You could take a picture, send it to us. You could tag us on Instagram at arthropod_adventures_podcast because we would love to see your spider. Anything else you want to say, Chuck?
Thank you, Beyonce.
There it goes. We hope you enjoyed today's episode, right, Charlie?
Yeah.
If you have an arthropod you would love to hear about, want to tell us what you think about the show, or found one of our mistakes, send us an email at arthropodadventurespodcast@gmail.com. And you can find us on Instagram at arthropod_adventures_podcast and follow us there. And thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Never stop learning. Show your show notes and never stop learning.
Stay inquisitive.
And never stop learning.
And always check out the show notes. You're right.